So what is an earthquake? An earthquake is the unexpected movement of the earth. It is the shaking of the surface of the earth resulting from a sudden release of energy in the earth's lithosphere that creates seismic waves. There are different types of waves: P wave, S wave, Love wave, and Rayleigh wave. The P wave or primary wave is the first to arrive at the seismograph. It can move through solid, liquid, or gas. The S wave or secondary wave is the second to arrive. This wave is much lower because they can only travel through solid. The P waves are the first one to reach the recording station as they travel 1.7 times faster than S waves. The Love wave is like the S wave. It have no vertical displacement. It moves the ground from side to side in a horizontal plane. The Rayleigh wave, like rolling ocean waves, move both horizontal and vertical plane. Because of this kind of movement, Rayleigh waves can affect the bodies of water. These waves are measured through a seismograph. It is an instrument that measures and records details of earthquakes, such as force and duration. So why do earthquakes happen? Earthquakes are usually caused when rock underground suddenly breaks along a fault. This sudden release of energy causes the seismic waves that makes the ground shake. When two blocks of rock or two plates are rubbing against each other, they stick a little. They don't just slide smoothly. The rocks are catch on each other. The rocks are still pushing against each other but not moving. After a while, the rocks break because of all the pressure that's built up. When the rocks break, the earthquake occurs. During the earthquake and afterward, the plates or blocks of rock start moving, and they continue to move until they get stuck again. The spot underground where the rock breaks is called the focus of the earthquake. The place right above the focus, on top of the ground, is called the epicenter of the earthquake. So, this is the hazards of an earthquake: ground shaking, liquefaction, ground displacement, flooding, and fire. The first one is ground shaking. The ground on the surface will shake when an earthquake occurs. It can cause a huge damage on structures. Liquefaction. Buildings can sink into the ground if a liquefaction occurs. It is the mixing of sand or soil and groundwater during the shaking of an earthquake. Ground displacement. If a structure, a building, road, etc. is built across a fault, the ground displacement during an earthquake could seriously damage or rip apart the structure. The next one is flooding. An earthquake can rupture or break dams along a river. The water from the river or the reservoir would then flood the area, damaging buildings and maybe sweeping away or drowning people. Tsunamis can also cause a great deal of damage. A tsunami is what most people call a tidal wave, but it has nothing to do with the tides on the ocean. It is a huge wave caused by an earthquake under the ocean. And the last one is fire. These fires can be started by broken gas lines and power lines, or tip over wood or coal stoves. They can be a serious problem, especially if the water lines that feed the fire hydrants are broken too. So how can we prepare for it? Paano natin sila mapaghahandaan? Sa mga panuparaan ba? So before an earthquake, create an emergency supply kit. Stock up on emergency supplies that can be used after an earthquake. These supplies should include a first aid kit and emergency supply kits for the home and automobile, including emergency water and food. Store enough supplies to at least 3 days. So dapat meron kayong mapaghahandaang supply kit at mga pagkain kung sakaling masita kayo na hindi nyo naman alam kung hanggang kailan kayo may stock. So at least 3 days yung dami ng pagkain. Learn the safe spots. Learn the safe spots in each room of your home. A safe spot may be underneath a sturdy table, away from walls or underneath your covers, with a pillow over your head if you are already in bed. So, mga safe spots kung saan kayo pwede magtago or pumunta sa kung sakaling tumama na yung earthquake, yung mga bandang kung saan hindi kayo matatabunan or malalaglagan ng kung anong mga bagay. Create an evacuation plan. Create an evacuation plan. If an earthquake happens, you and your loved ones may need to evacuate a damaged area afterward. By planning and practicing for evacuation, you will be better prepared to respond appropriately and efficiently to signs of danger or to the directions of civil authorities. So, dapat may evacuation plan kayo kung anong gagawin at saan kayo pupunta kung sakaling nagka-earthquake. So, dapat alam niyo na yung mga ganon para pag tumama yung earthquake, hindi na kayo kung saan pa pupunta. Plan and practice what to do if an earthquake strikes. Make sure you and your children also understand the school's emergency procedures for disasters. This will help you coordinate where, when, and how to reunite with your children upon the earthquake. So, syempre, hindi naman natin masisigurado kung saan kayo mapapadpad pag nagka-earthquake. So, dapat alam ng bawat isa sa inyong tahanan kung saan kayo pupunta kung sakaling magkahiwa-hiwalay kayo pag nagka-earthquake. So, during an earthquake, drop, cover, and hold on during an earthquake. Drop down onto your hands and knees immediately. This position protects you from falling objects but still allows you to move if necessary. Hold on to your shoulder or to your head and neck until the shaking stops. Be prepared to move with your shoulder if the shaking shifts it around. So, pag natapos yung earthquake, stay calm, help others if you are able. Stay calm, help others if you are able. Be prepared for aftershocks. Listen to the radio or television for information from authorities. Follow their instructions. Malamang, syempre, kailangan mo sumunod sa kanila. If you have to leave your home, take your emergency kit and other essential items with you. Post a message in clear view, indicating where you can be found. Do not waste food or water as supplies may be interrupted. Check on your neighbors after looking at your members of your own household. Organize rescue measures if people are trapped or call for emergency assistance if you cannot safely help them. If you have pets, try to find and comfort them. If you have to evacuate, take them to a pre-identified pet-friendly shelter. Place a help sign in your window if you need assistance. Beware of secondary effects. Although ground shaking is the major source of earthquake damage, secondary effects can also be very destructive. These include landslides, saturated sand soils becoming soft and unstable, flooding of low-lying areas, and tsunamis washing over coastlines. So, yun lang yung mga kailangan nyong gawin before, during, and after. So, kung meron pa kayong sarili nyong mga plano, siguraduhin yung tama para pag nagsakaling dumating nga yung earthquake, handa kayo. So, eto yung mga references ko kung saan ko yung mga nilagay ko dyan. Kung gusto nyo i-check, check nyo lang para makita nyo. So, the end. Thank you for watching.